Good morning. Welcome to your Wednesday morning, early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum. Hope you're all having a good morning so far. Let's just take a couple of nice deep breaths to settle into right here, right now. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. I really want everyone settling in today because we have a really special reading today. Good morning, Carolyn. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I want to thank my friend Megan for sending me this book. Good morning, Deb. Welcome. Glad you are here. Good morning, Cindy. Awesome, awesome. Everybody's popping on. Glad to see you. Thank you for the sunshine. Thank you for the hearts and the rainbow. Fabulous. We have a really special reading today. And I want to thank my friend Megan for sending me this book. And I want to take a couple of little snippets out of the book. And good morning, Mel. Welcome. I might be bouncing around a little bit. Good morning, Gwen. Well, glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. Because I want to pull together a couple of ideas. Good morning. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody's rolling in. I love this. Good morning, Judy. Good morning, good morning. And what's cool about this is it lets me know that because there are 8 of you who've popped on so far and me, we're all in need of this message today. We're all in need of this message today. And it is an awesome message, and I'm hoping that you will share it. So, the book is called Holy Moments, A Handbook for the Rest of Your Life by Matthew Kelly. Okay? And I had talked about it a little bit the other day, but I want to start by talking about compound interest. Remember back a bit ago, after I had just finished my Wealth Mastery program through Tony Robbins, I was talking about the power of compound interest and shared the story of 2 young men, both of them 19 years old at the beginning. The one, oh, fabulous, good. And we're going to talk about this, but I want to share about compound interest because I think it puts this whole book in perspective, all right? So, 2 young men, 19 years old. At 19 years old, the one young man starts putting away $300. Oh, that is fabulous, Carolyn. I love that. There are no accidents. There are no accidents. Wait till I share this. This is so cool. Starts putting away $300 a month. Does so until he's 27 years old, and then he stops for the rest of his life. Okay? He invests over the course of that period of time, 19 years old to 27 years old, he invests roughly $29,000. Okay? The other dude doesn't start saving until he is 27 years old. Good morning, Sue. You're going to love this one. 27 years old. He puts in $300 until he's 65 years old. So he's investing for a whole lot longer than the first guy, right? He overall invests over $100,000. Okay, so the first guy's investing $28,000. The second guy's investing over $100,000. When they get to retirement age, the guy who started at 19, quit at 27, has more money. He's got, well, way over $1 million. This guy has over $1 million, but not nearly as much as this other guy. Because he started early, and because he was consistent for that short number of years, he ends up with far more money than the guy who starts later and finishes much longer period of time. Okay? That's compound interest. The book also is using compound interest in a way. And so I want to read this to all of you. And I'm going to start with a statement that he makes that people say to him that he's going to call out as an excuse. So when we talk about changing the world, there's things that are messed up. We need to change the world. And we say, I'm only one person. I'm only one person. That's our excuse. I'm only one person. So let me read through this and just kind of wrap your brain around this. Here comes the joy of God's compound interest. I'm only one person. What can I do? This is a common excuse. Let's banish it from our hearts and minds. You can do your part. Can you change the world single-handedly? No. But don't let what you can't do interfere with what you can do. Do your part. That's all. Just do your part. Don't let your part be left undone. That's how the world got to be a mess. People like you and me let our small part in God's plan go undone. It is the compounding impact of people not doing their part that has led to the world to be the mess it is today. Okay? If everyone who reads this book passes the wisdom of holy moments on to 3 people, the concept would spread around the world at dizzying speed. So let me first just tell you a little bit about the holy moments thing. It's all of those decision points that we have every single day where we do something that's of a higher order or we sink to lower order thinking and behavior. Do we let someone into traffic? Do we open a door? Do we drop off cookies for someone? I have a friend, Don Cutter, who is the cookie man. He, every week, drives around to various people's houses and gives them these bags of chocolate chip cookies that are this big. They are fabulous. He started out baking them for the veterans group in Rapid River. And when COVID hit and he could no longer do that, yes, he's a fabulous cookie man. He started dropping them off at other people's houses. Well, he's a pretty busy dude dropping off cookies at this point. That's one of his ministries. That is one of his ministries. Good morning, Nancy. Glad you are here. So, holy moments are just little bitty things we do day in, day out that make the world a better place. It might be, well, I just saw this one posted from the guys who bought the motel from me. Someone, and I bet it's the same woman who did it previously, paints rocks and leaves them places. She painted 2 of them with the sign from the Hillcrest and left them under the sign. And the guys were like, oh, that's so cool. Made their day. A little bitty thing, but it made their day. So that's what we're talking about. So on this thing, he's talking about how do we collaborate with God. If you're not comfortable with the God language, think in terms of spirit, universe. How do we work with the universe, creator, whatever word works for you, to make this difference? So he says, these are 2 collaborations that will change the world. Collaborate with God to create holy moments, and collaborate with him again to teach other people how to create holy moments. How many people? 3. That's all it takes, 3 people. If every person who reads this book commits to teaching 3 other people to create holy moments, we would change the world. His dream, Matthew Kelly, is to unleash a massive tidal wave of holy moments by raising up an amazing grassroots movement to transform our culture one holy moment at a time. Your mission is to create holy moments in your own life and teach 3 other people about holy moments. Okay? And he says, it may seem like too little to have a real impact. It may seem like it will take forever at that rate, but not once you understand God's math lesson. So he calls this a divine strategy known as spiritual multiplication. So here's where we get to the compounding interest piece. You are just one person. You teach 3 people about holy moments. Now we're up to 4. And those 3 new people, good morning, Susan, glad you're here. Those 3 new people each teach 3 other people. So you have the 4 of you, plus 3 times 3 equals 9. So now we're up to 13 people teaching holy moments. Turn my page here. And those 9 new people each teach 3 more. So you have 13 people plus 9 times 3 is 27 equals 40. And so it goes, and he goes through all the iterations, and he gets down to there's 88,573 plus 59,049 times 3, which equals 177,147, for a grand total, that line, of 265,720. That's the whole city of Arlington, Virginia. 2 more iterations, and that's more people than live in Philadelphia and Austin combined. 2 more iterations, That's more than the entire populations of New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles. Can you see how this is going? It reminds me of the golf one that we did, the betting on the golf game where you start with 10 cents, and by the time and it doubles each hole. By the time you're to the 18th hole, it's over $13,000 for that one hole. So we keep going, we keep going, we keep going. So in 18 cycles, you've accomplished almost twice the population of the United States. Couple more cycles than that. There are less than 8 billion people on the planet today. It would take less than 21 cycles to reach the whole world's population. Just one more cycle after that, and you reach the entire population for the next 100 years. Good morning, Carla. Glad you are here. That's the power of spiritual multiplication. So in the beginning, it doesn't look like you're making much headway, right? So I'm just one person. I teach 3 people. Now there are 4 of us. We teach 3 people. But by the time you get to the 21st cycle, you've covered everybody on the planet, and one more cycle after that, and it's everybody for the next 100 years. That's how change occurs. So then I want to jump ahead a little bit here, because we all know there are always the doomsayers, right? There's always those who are going to piddle on your post toasties, rain on your parade. Do you want to know how many people I've run into who said, I won't be successful at creating an intentional community? Pooh. So he says, here's one of the rainers on the parade. Everyone who reads the book won't do it, someone said last week. Matthew Kelly responds, I know that, but here's the beautiful thing. Lots of people won't stop once they share the wisdom of holy moments with 3 people. The joy they get from sharing it with 3 people will lead them to share it with 3 more people. And when they see how it impacts those people, they will want to share it with everyone who crosses their path. I can see people, and the key to this is, the website is holymomentsbook.com. holymomentsbook.com. I'll put it in the feed, or Cindy, if you would mind putting it in the feed, holymomentsbook.com. You go there, you order the books, you pay $6.95 for the shipping, you get the books for free, and then you do what my friend Megan did. She put a beautiful card with it, she mailed it to me. So I got a gift in the mail, and a beautiful card, and her sharing why she was sharing the books with. And I know there were 5 other people who got a book from her also. I've got my books on their way here. 6 people are going to be getting the books from me. Hopefully some of them decide to continue the process. Even if you don't order the books, you can share the concept, can't you? How hard is it to talk about this? Not. What are 3 little holy moments you could do today? Maybe you break it up. Thank you, dear. Morning, afternoon, evening. I'm going to do my morning holy moment. I'm going to do my afternoon holy moment. I'm going to do my evening holy moment. It could be as simple as sending someone an email, making a phone call, send a greeting card. People don't get mail anymore. Send a card to someone you know. Drop off cookies, whatever it's going to be. Do some little thing. So, again, his idea is, yes, there are going to be the naysayers, there are going to be those who don't get it, there are going to be those who won't participate. But imagine the tidal wave of this thing with the people who grab onto the concept and run with it. So, here's the next part. He calls this 2 conversations. I had 2 conversations recently that have been intertwining in my mind ever since. Someone made a passing comment. Christianity is just too complicated. The same day, someone asked, if you had to summarize how to live as a Christian in 10 words or less, how would you do it? I've been thinking about that question ever since. The Christian life is quite simple in a sense. If I had 10 words, to summarize it in 10 words, I would say, you were made in the image of God. Act accordingly. If you're not comfortable with Christianity, you're not comfortable with God language, I'm made in the image of Spirit. I'm made in the image of the universe. I'm star stuff. However you want to put it for yourself, act accordingly. Act accordingly. Where's my little card? Right here. This is one that came out of the Tony Robbins stuff. My light is beautiful. I am star stuff. I am brave. Act accordingly. Act accordingly. So, These are his words. Made in the image of God, you have an astounding capacity for goodness. The reservoir of goodness within you is vast. Yes, great universal spirit. That's lovely. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Mary. Glad you are here. Will you hoard it or share it? The reservoir of goodness within you is vast. Will you hoard it or will you share it? When you share this goodness with others, the reservoir within you is supernaturally replenished. It is a never-ending source. Now is your time. Time to be bold with your goodness. Time to start creating holy moments. You were made in the image of God. Act accordingly. Or you can use Gus. If you like Gus, go for it. So I'm going to bounce to the end a little bit here because I like how this is my energy. What he's doing here, this is my energy. So the last question is, what are you going to do? Matthew Kelly says, if you would allow me to make a recommendation, do your part. Start sowing holy moments everywhere you go. And if you the parable of the sower, some of the seed's going to land on rocks, some of the seed's going to land in the thorns, but some of the seed's going to land on fertile ground. Start sowing holy moments wherever you go. Join me, join others, become part of a grassroots movement that is changing lives and transforming the world one holy moment at a time. Do what you can, where you are, with what you've got, and trust that others, hundreds of them, thousands of them, in every town, suburb, village, city, across the United States and around the world, will do what they can also. And together, we will unleash such a force of goodness that people will marvel and wonder how it happened. Your holy moments can have an enormous impact. So do your part. When people do their part, miracles happen. I have seen these miracles. An astonishing ripple effect is set in motion when people simply decide, once and for all, to do their part. This Holy Moments movement that is emerging is a perfect example. How did this happen, people will ask. It's a miracle, others will say. They will be right, but it's a very specific type of miracle. It's the type of miracle that is guaranteed to happen when a bunch of people come together, decide enough is enough, and commit to doing their part. So decide today, once and for all, that each day for the rest of your life will have a positive impact. This is so powerful, you guys. Decide to be the difference that makes a difference. Decide that your part, however small, will not be left undone. Decide to light a candle rather than curse the darkness. Decide to collaborate with Spirit to create holy moments. And decide to share the wisdom of holy moments as far and wide as possible. And do it boldly. So here's his end. I hope you enjoyed Holy Moments. This is the last page of the book. It is a privilege to write for you. I hope it nourished you in ways you needed to be fed at this time in your life. Matthew Kelly. Powerful little book. I mean, what is it? Let's see how many pages this little bugger has. 115 and a half pages, right there. And this is creating a movement. This is creating a movement for all of us. And again, if the God language doesn't work for you, change it. Change it to humanity language. Change it to something that works for you. But do something. Do something. All right? So, I'm going to challenge all of you. I want all of you. There are 12 of you here right now. If the 12 of you go to the website, it's in the feed here, holymomentsbook.com, order your 6 books for $6.95. Get those 6 books. Read one for yourself. Get the idea. Get on the bandwagon with his little Holy Moments movement here. Fabulous. Thank you, Gwen. Glad to hear it. Awesome. And then give them out. And yes, some of those seeds will fall on not fertile ground. Okay? But some of those seeds will fall on fertile ground. Imagine if half of you decide to order the books. That's 6 times 6 is 36 books out in the world circulating, people doing holy moments. Okay? The capacity for this thing to turn around our world is huge. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. It is grassroots efforts that are going to make the difference in whether or not we all survive. Grassroots efforts. We certainly can still expect corporations, governments, businesses, etc. to clean up their acts. But this kind of holy moments movement, the grassroots stuff, is where it's at. It's where it's at. So, have an awesome day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Go forth, do some holy moments. Hold a door for somebody. Say hello to somebody. Smile at somebody. Allow somebody into traffic. Little bitty things. Buy somebody a cookie. Pay for the person behind you in the latte line. Whatever it is, do some little holy moments and let's get this thing rolling. All right? See you again tomorrow. You are capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.